Hey guys, welcome to your Band Anywhere workout. So we're going to put the bands underneath our feet, and don't worry about it not stretching up. We're going to be pulling it and using it as resistance here to build tension through the core. So we're going into Romanian deadlifts. The goal here is that you are going to be hinging at the hips with a very slight bend in the knees. I want you to brace your core at the top and reach your butt back towards the back wall, keeping your shoulder blades down the back and your arms nice and long. Notice how the band isn't coming too far in front of my feet. That would be using too much of my back and not enough of my posterior chain through the hamstrings and the glutes. You're going to squeeze your glutes hard at the top. Really use that tension on the band to help you keep those shoulders packed and the butt reaching towards the back wall. Remember that this is a hinge move right here. Romanian deadlifts start at the top and the move comes to the bottom, and then we end back at the top. Good. Keep hinging here in those Romanian deadlifts. All right, now we're going to transition to using a little bit more of a deadlift form. So you saw me hinge back and then my knees bent a little bit more so that my chest was up. And essentially we're starting this move from the bottom of the move. So down right here is where I start, and then I press my feet into the floor, keeping my armpits nice and tight. So I'm squeezing lemons underneath my armpits. Same sort of tension as in the Romanian deadlift. We're just starting with our chest up a little bit more, knees bent. Just a slight variation here, but these are meant to simulate a deadlift that you would do with a barbell from the floor. Now we're going to transition into squats. So you're going to see I'm going to get a lot lower. My knees are going to come out past the band. So the band is right inside the knees, and we're pushing the butt back, and we're really using our quads and glutes to come back up to the top of the move. So very slight variations with these moves, but we're going from a hinge that starts at the top to a hinge that starts at the bottom to a squat, using the tension of the band throughout. Now we're going to grab a longer band with handles. I'm going to give you links in our portal so that you know exactly where to buy them. I'm going to double loop my hands. Yep, so I get that double loop. Now I'm going to be hinging the butt back towards the back wall, pull the floor apart with my feet so as to create a lot of tension through my low body. If you're feeling your back here, I want you to start again. Start from a standing position, pull the floor apart so you're going to feel a lot of tension on the outside edges of your feet. Then you're going to hinge the butt back, bracing the core, and now we're rowing here. Nice and close to the body. Not too close, we're not grazing the sides of our body, but we're not coming out towards the side walls. So that was a bent row position. And now we're going to get into a wider lunge position, almost as if we were going to go into a lateral lunge, but we're going to stay here wide-legged, and we're going to row across the body. So still working on the back here. Elbows coming about 45 degrees from the body. You actually don't even need to move your elbow as high. It's deceiving because I always try and just row to my hip, but when you're in the move, you end up feeling like you need to have a longer and wider range of motion. So just know that you only need to row your elbow up to your hip. This one you might notice your elbow comes a little bit higher, but I'm actually showing you not great form right here. So just don't go quite as high as I am. Initiate this move from the back, really stretch down to the foot, and really use your right in the inside of your shoulder blade to do this move. Brace the abs the whole time. Now we're going to come into flies. So we have the band underneath our feet, using it as resistance again. It's just as if we have our dumbbells in our hands. This one is a little funky on the wrist, so if you do have any carpal tunnel issues, this might not be a good variation. Maybe you grab a light set of dumbbells and do that, and use those instead of the band. This just kind of, you want to keep your wrist as straight as possible with those flies. Now we're going to come into a staggered stance. We are going to pull one side of the band. You see that they're even, and then I'm going to pull one behind my shoulder, and then I'm going to elbow up towards the ceiling. I can lean forward a slight bit, and I'm going to do a tricep extension here using the resistance of the band to really squeeze that tricep muscle, back side of the arm. Try and keep that elbow all the way up towards the ceiling, nice and tight in towards your head. And then you're going to get ready to switch sides, stagger the stance. Band comes right behind you. Give yourself a couple reps to really get into the right form. There you go. You got your elbow up, squeezing that tricep to get that hand all the way up towards the ceiling, extending the arm above your head. All right, guys, good luck.